All right. Hello, Vin. Hello, Arachnid. Hello, Alyssa. Welcome. Um, okay. Hold on. Immediately, my brace is coming off. There's a bingo space for you. um, yeah, Vin. So I completely forgot that I hadn't done the pike, so that's gonna be here soon as well. Or that's gonna be sometime next month, probably. I expect it to come lower in the next poll, which is actually the final poll with new weapons that I am ever going to do for Dark Souls 1, which is scary. um, I don't know if Sin is gonna get rammed into Calamite, but I suppose I'll be ramming my Silver Knight Spear into Calamite. This is great. The bingo works. Awesome. Good to know. For those of you who don't know, in the Solar Pellets Discord server, there is a bingo card for Solar Pellets Bingo, because it's been in the talks for a very long time, and we've just never done it. Welcome, Mjolnir. I can do my best to refer to you as Chrome, but my brain defaults to just reading what's on screen, so I may mess up. Wait, did I get the key? I wasn't paying attention. There we go. Okay, so today's run should be fairly simple. I'm gonna... Oh, I didn't firebomb the Asylum Demon. What am I doing? um, so we have... I'm basically just gonna obliterate the Asylum Demon and then go straight to Anor Londo, get the spear. I'm probably gonna grab some Twinkling Titanite on the way. I don't think it'll be worth it to trade the moss. Well, I don't know, because I could come back and fight Stray with a bleed weapon to just get some levels early to make Iron Golem easier, because I could use the lightning spear for that, I suppose. Thumbnail slander. It's not good. I don't know, with the Silver Knight straight sword, it was pretty bad. Oops. You know, I deserve that. The Silver Knight straight sword is pretty bad, and the Silver Knight spear, all it has going for it is divine damage, but it has thrusting damage, which skeletons are resistant to anyway. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, yeah, that's the best way to start a Solar Pellet stream. I don't know, you've been here for streams before. I feel like you should know that that's how these go. Yeah, the Silver Knight Gay Spear. Gay Spear. True, yeah, okay. I got the bit, and then I analyzed it too much and lost the bit, and then I got the bit again. Okay, so I need 16, 22. I should probably go for Dex first. But it's only 22, so it's not that much. Is it worth fighting Havel? If I want to do a Silver Knight cosplay, absolutely, but that's a lot of effort. Yeah, the 2-monitor setup is peak right now. Unfortunate for anyone playing on a phone. Unless they have background play. Or can you do pop out? Can you like pop out a live stream if you don't have YouTube Premium? I actually have no idea. I don't need to worry about the large Emperor this run. I don't need to worry about Depths Clip or anything. So it's literally just send skip. So there's one potential less bingo square. Silver Knight armor is mid, that is true. It's just tragic for all the phone watchers. Are we doing choking this run? Of course we're doing choking this run. Who do you think I am? How many prompts are there for the bingo, Alyssa? Are there enough for like several different boards? Or, well, I mean, are there enough that there are going to be different boards entirely? Or is it just like the same 25 scattered about? I also have premium. It feels bad giving my money to YouTube, but it's also like, I get all of my entertainment from YouTube, so. Yeah, we're choking it. There's like 40, maybe 35. Okay. Good to know. I'm curious to see how this will go, because it's a fun little thing to have in the background for streams. Yeah, YouTube is pretty bad without premium. 42, whoa. Not including the free space, okay. Did it let you name the free space? I opened the link to like make sure it was functional, but I didn't actually look at the bingo board very much. It did, cool. Backstabbing the third Pasaka? Yeah, okay. I don't know why I didn't just try to parry that. That was very silly of me. Oops. Oh my goodness. I thought I would do more damage than I did. I forgot that I was using the bandit's knife. That one's on me. Incredible at the video game. Oh, I didn't rest. Why didn't I rest? Why didn't I rest? I know what I'm doing, I swear. Professional, yeah. I do this for a living. I did actually forget to bring up the analytics on my second screen. Hold on. There we go. I was getting good at remembering to do that, and then I forgot completely. Yeah, but Silver Knights aren't as cool. I think you can count that as either I'm good at the game or I'm bad at the game for bingo. But not both. That would be unfair. I don't know. Usually I open these runs by just like talking about what I'm gonna do, but this is a extremely simple run, and it's not like I can explain depths clip when I'm not doing depths clip. Is that on the is a P break on the bingo? Because if not, it probably should be. Yeah, true. I'm throwing for content. No, not yet. Okay, that's what that is. That's either someone saying grow piss or me going to take a pee break. We haven't done piss yet. I don't know, does this count? I feel like this counts as piss. I feel like this counts for the piss space. I should stop saying that. YouTube is gonna get suspicious of me. I have been drinking water quite a bit, actually. More than usual, because my voice is bleh right now. Not actively try and cheat our bingo results, but cheating is fun. Alright. There we go. Okay, he took a very long time to die. That was scary. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go kill the crystal lizard up here. What drops Twinkling Titanite? I don't want to, like, farm for it. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna have enough souls to buy the Twinkling Titanite that I need anyway, so it'll be fine. Okay, so you're guaranteed to be able to cheat is what you're saying? Especially on a run like this, where I'm absolutely gonna cheat for the Silver Night Spear? Farming for a 2% drop, yeah, right. And also the shield. I don't know if that's a safe heal. I started the crossbow only run yesterday. It's shockingly easy. Like, the fact that it was framed as a challenge run by people instead of a, haha, look at this easy way to play the video game, is, like, baffling to me. Because you just put on armor and then you press R1 and that's the entire video game. When you riposte enemies, you have enough time to shoot and reload before they can attack again, so you can easily parry chain enemies, even with the crossbow. And then for bosses, they just don't do enough damage to meaningfully intimidate you when you're wearing Havels. So, can I die to Havel real quick? I feel like intentionally dying to Havel would be kind of just cheating the rules. The clams do drop Twinkling Titanite. Hello? My only weakness. I was wondering if there's anything up toward Anne Orlando that would drop it, but I don't think there is. Havel doesn't like the idea of me being able to choke effectively, so he doesn't want me to kill him. He's getting in my head. He really is. The same seed as the last spear run, true. What are the requirements on the normal spear? What's the dex requirement? I want to say it's like 16 at most. I don't think it's that high though. I should be already at requirements for the normal spear, so I can use that to farm the Silver Knights pretty easily. Oops. Oh. Okay. Honestly, I expect very few people to even get a bingo this entire run, so don't feel too bad. I'm at a chunk? That's crazy. It's like 11? Okay. That means the strength is pretty low too. Bingo is hard. Extremely skill-based game. If you don't get a bingo, that's a skill issue on your part. For sure. $11 strength and 10 dex. Okay. And it's a quality scaling weapon, isn't it? That's weird. That's fine. I guess scaling doesn't matter, since it's going to be lightning anyway. I might downgrade it once I get to Anne Orlando, but yeah, I may try to check Silver Knight Spear. I just didn't expect to be actually using the spear. My initial idea was to just summon Havel. Havel? What? No, to summon Tarkus. For the Iron Golem. But then I realized that, that I needed to kill the Silver Knights anyway, so the spear makes sense to use. It's a Silver Knight Spear plus 3. Worst case scenario, I just kill Ornstein and Smo with a plus 3. I need to get the Leo ring. God damn it. I hate getting the Leo ring. I did that in the crossbow run yesterday, and it was extremely easy, believe it or not. Because Ornstein just stood there attempting to throw lightning into a pillar. Yes, he deserved the second bomb. Putting Super Ornstein on the bingo is diabolical. Especially because there is, like, one more stream that I'll be fighting Super Ornstein on. If I even remember to. Okay, should level strength a little. I'll go there. That should be fine. All right. Oh wait, no, that's not true. I'm doing Velka's rapier again. I forgot about that. And the forked warp-on plow. So there are 3 more streams that'll be fighting Super Ornstein in. Come here. Come on. Oops. Hey, first try. Unfortunately, the fails a skip space isn't gonna be filled tonight. Get in the goddamn door. I mean, there is still very much a chance for me to, like, die to a man serpent or something. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully for me, anyway. Oh yeah, I have black fire bombs for the Mimic, and they're bleedable. So grabbing Lloyd's talismans wasn't necessary this time. Bingo talk, yeah. The real point of stream bingo is to up retention, so I get more viewers. Speaking of, if you're enjoying the stream, I would really appreciate a like. It helps a lot more than you might think. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job. And also all the other algorithm stuff. Yeah, but I mean, spears can be overpowered in the video game, you know? They should be, but they can't be. Yeah, my nose gets extremely cold in the winter. What? Okay, well, this is evil. This Mimic is mean. There's a bleed. Oh. What? Are they immune to fire? Excuse me? Are Mimics immune to fire or something? No, I'm still very okay with having used 2 bombs on the lizard. That was very worth. There we go. I think I hit the pillar. But I threw 2 right next to it earlier too. I should get the gold serpent ring actually. Skill diff the bomb, yeah, by being immune. Okay. It's been so long since I've gone up this elevator. Actually, did I in the spear run? I don't remember. I don't think I did. Does this trap just instantly kill you? Probably, right? I've never actually gotten caught out by it, including in my first playthrough. I was very proud of that. Choke stick, indeed. Choke stick, the first acquired. 1 down, 1 to go. It does just instantly kill you? Good. Okay. As it should. Pardon me? Think you survived the elevator? Huh. I'm just too good of a gamer to have gotten caught by that trap. It's not an instant kill. Okay. I wonder what kind of damage it does. Or, like, if you can block it. Not block it, but increase your resistance to that particular kind of damage. I would assume standard, but... Well, maybe you should have leveled up your health more. That's a skill issue, Alyssa. Don't worry, I also don't level Vigor. The soft cap for Vigor in this game, that's not the one I wanted. The soft cap for Vigor in this game is 50, actually. Which is weird, because I'm pretty sure it's the only game where the soft cap for Vigor is 50. It might be in Dark Souls 2, but I don't remember. But it's also the only stat where the soft cap is 50. Because it's 20 and 40 for Endurance. And it's 40 for the other damage stats. Actually, it might be 50 for Intelligence and Faith, now that I think about it. For spells, specifically. I don't know. Soft caps are weird in these games. That's a good death sound. Wow, that's a lot of damage. I forgot that I had to pay attention to stamina. That's my bad. That is a lot of damage, huh? Well, this isn't where I wanted him to fall, but that's fine, I suppose. Maybe I should have grabbed Grass Crest. Yeah, I can't rely on Wilder being overpowered for this run. Restart the run? Oh, okay. We're on a tantrum over here. Come back! Why are you leaving? God damn it. Okay. I thought it would be a couple more. Very close to falling off, though. Very convenient sensor bar. I don't even have to do any extra work. Whoa, he tried to kick me off. That was rude. There we go. Yeah, I usually kill him too quickly for him to do very many attacks. I genuinely did not expect it to last that long, which is weird because I always do that. I mean, it is kind of just the Tower Knight fight, but with a very slightly different gimmick, to be fair. Okay, that'll give me requirements and also a little bit more dexterity. Tower Knight with less, yeah. I'm gonna save those souls actually to buy Twinkling Night Knight. Teemo Tower Knights. You can hit him in the head, actually. Just gotta get a bow. I don't know if it does more damage, but you can hit him in the head. Oops. There we go. It's less cool, but you can hit him in the head. Does my mod make the dragon bone fists good? No, but I did buff them significantly. Somebody submitted a bug report a couple days ago, that I didn't, or because I didn't buff the claws, and like, I didn't buff the claws because the claws aren't that bad in vanilla, but in retrospect, I probably should have buffed the claws, considering I buffed every other fist weapon. So, I am gonna do that. Tower Knight as a soft top instead of a soft bottom. True. I agree. This run is kind of devastating for bingo, huh? I'm not doing all the normal stuff. Yeah, I mean, I've beaten I streamed the playthrough with claws before. It was pretty good. Not good, but it was alright. I keep forgetting that it's Christmas Eve. My brain is just like expunging that information completely. Merry Welkmas. Oh yeah, wasn't there something about adding patootie to the name or something? No, it was something else. I forgot. I don't remember. Somebody said patootie at one point. But I'm pretty sure it was something else that was supposed to be added to the full name. Oop. I feel like claws are just kind of consistently underrated in the games. Oh my god. Like in this game they're perfectly passable in that or I mean in Elden Ring they're also like fairly good as long as you build for them correctly. In Dark Souls 2 every weapon is good. Not sure about Dark Souls 3. They're probably awful in Dark Souls 3 because it's Dark Souls 3. You are misspelling solar, which might be part of why it's not the full name. Haha. What an idiot. It's the one that is capitalist over religious, yeah. I mean, to be fair, New Year's Eve probably gets a lot of alcohol sales. Falls off a window? Why were you on top of the window? Oh boy. This is the fun part. Steam went down earlier today? Yeah, I noticed that. I was trying to wishlist the new Tomb Raider game. And it was down. Let's see. I only have 2 humanity? Huh. I thought I had... Oh, I didn't pick up the ones at the well. That's right. There we go. I don't need that much. Just gonna get you 10 for item discovery. 2 humanity, indeed. That's like a Rhea tier joke. Seems like cheating for an item. I mean, I'm gonna cheat for either the spear or the shield. I think I think you can be a little bit more patient. Not that room. I don't know why I thought that was a very different room. Insane skill issue. There we go. Okay, see you later, I guess. Bye! Where are you going? Oh my god. Why are they refusing to do any other attacks? No spear. Tragic. Hey, whoa, a different attack. That's crazy. Yes, Michael Jackson. True. That makes sense. Okay. My wrist is in pain. I probably should have stretched prior to the stream. I was gonna do that, and then I just genuinely completely forgot. I don't think I don't know what that means, but I assume it has something to do with that. Oh, psyops. Okay, I read that wrong. I read that as payopt and was very confused. I don't think they were ever funny, and they were probably already psyoped to begin with. I'm gonna stretch my wrist real quick so I don't get another RSI. Give me 1 second. Remember to stand up every so often, you know? Stretch before you do activities, including innocuous things like hand stretches, because otherwise you will cause permanent injury to your body from experience. That counts as recent political happenings. It does, I agree. Then are you talking about Calamite again? Is that why you think you're banned? Okay. I have stretched my wrist and fingers. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Just said Chud. That's such a weird thing to block, what? Alright, I okay. The fact that it censored C word makes sense, but Chud makes less sense. I don't dislike spears in the game. I dislike the Silver Knight spear because it's bad. Are these all 3 sword guys? I don't remember. They are all 3 sword guys. I have used it. I have used the Silver Knight spear before. I've done a full run with it. I just decided it would be more fun to stream instead of edit a run. I've also used the Silver Knight sword, which people said was really good, and it wasn't at all. Chud is kind of the opposite of Simp, isn't it? Silver Knight pair. True. I think the fastest way to farm for this is to just kill the one spear Silver Knight that is in front of the, or that's like right next to the bonfire. Okay, wait, I'm trying to reorient myself. So that's there. Okay, yeah, I got turned around. There should be one in here. I don't remember if this one's a spear or a sword one. It's a spear one. There we go. Silver Knight rear. Whoa. Okay, well. Yeah, sorry, Gadget. I did my best. I'm sorry. The game just hates me. That's the issue. And it's definitely not because I only killed like 4 of them. Silver Knight Spear. And shields. Silver Knight Shield. There we go. Okay, now you can mark off cheating for a weapon on your bingo. That's tragic. Okay, sexy party Silver Knight? Is that what's happening here? No. Not quite yet. This thing is pretty long, isn't it? I didn't mean to say it in that tonality, but that works too. It is stylish, I will agree. I think my least favorite part of the Silver Knight set is the little cape on the back of the armor. Who would have thought stretching my wrist actually helped it feel less pain? That's crazy. Remember to stretch before you do strenuous things, including things that seem innocuous. Health advice with solar pellets. Cardboard cape, yeah. Does it look good in Dark Souls 3? Because I know they, like, obliterated the brass set in Dark Souls 3. But did they do the same thing with the Silver Knight set? Okay, that's a +3. I need 6 more Twinkling Titanite, which I am not going to have nearly enough money for. You can't get the Silver Knight set in Dark Souls 3? I don't think that's true. I'm like nearly positive that's not true. I can buy 2. Okay. What's the AR? The AR is 228 plus 90. 318, which is fine. Every copy of Dark Souls 3 is personalized. It turns out that they specifically can't get the set. I'm pretty sure. In a run very recently, I got the armor. Hey, it's better than an unupgraded lightning spear, which I would hope so. Excuse me. Telling me this weapon is awesome? Alright. We'll see. Unfortunately, Ornstein, it is not your time, and you're gonna have to chill the fuck out, okay? You too, Smo. Chill out. It is your time, but... Ooh, that's certainly damage. Ah! Everything's fine. Oh, they're both doing their swings. Ornstein, calm down. Jesus. Eat some cheeseburgers, true. Ornstein is too skinny. That's pretty quick. I mean, I guess it's the Dark Souls 1 spear moveset, so I'd hope so, but... Ow. Uh-oh, that's very not good. Okay, give me half a second, please. I'm gonna try to be a little careful here. Oak. There we go. Aren't there sweeps on this moveset? There are. It's like the... Is it like the Partisan moveset? Come back here. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that was instability, not counter. I don't know. Counter damage is weird in Dark Souls 1. Taking out Super Ornstein, good. Think Smo sucks on Ornstein like candy when he's bored? Absolutely. I don't know if YouTube let that through. I wasn't paying enough attention, but I did see that. Here we go, first try. Yo, ring. Oh wait, that means no favor and protection. Tragic. It means I'm gonna actually have to level up endurance if I want to wear the armor. Because, okay, the problem with relying on anything other than damage to rank a weapon is I've played the game hundreds of times. Positioning, I know how to position with every single weapon type perfectly. It does not matter what kind of weapon I am using. Positioning does not matter. Or the length of the weapon is just like dramatically unimportant. I've beaten the game with a dagger, right? I've beaten the game with the Cestus, with the Dragon Claws at level 1. The weapon's range and moveset, the moveset itself is important, but the range and like positioning is just not a factor that I need to consider when I'm, because like it's not more difficult for me to beat the game with the Cestus than it is with the spear, right? Okay, that's a really good R2. Oh my god. Okay, this is a good moveset actually. So we need to do Gargs. Spears do look cool, I agree. That's the only reason. That's not the only reason, but that's the main reason that the Balder Side Sword is so high in my rankings. Think he tastes like Gwendolyn? Oh, you know, I probably should have bought Twinkling Titanite. Oh well, that's fine. Okay, but the one-handed moveset is cooler. I'm not turtling. Oh my god! That... okay. You know what? Maybe I was wrong. Holy shit. I was not expecting that to one-shot. Granted, it is a +4, and I wouldn't have had any doubt about it easily one-shotting on most other weapons. But that was pretty good. Left that man in twain. Which boss tastes the best? See, I think that depends on your preferences. Because like I feel like Calamite is definitely up there if you like that flavor, you know? But there's also, I mean, there's a lot of bosses in this game that would all have very different taste profiles, you know? I do feel like it comes down to like Gwendolyn, Priscilla, and Calamite though. That's really quick. Boosted motion value? Maybe, actually? That's a good question. There should be a motion value chart somewhere online if you want to check that. I am not sure where you would find that though. Do I have any moss? I don't. I could farm for moss so I don't have to spend more souls on Titanite, but... the Guardian Dragon hotter if they were a boss? The Guardian Dragon is a boss? Unless you mean a different... Do you mean the Hellkite Drake? You're telling me you don't know about the boss Ian? That's so mean. Why would you do that? Oh, you mean the ancient dragon? Or the everlasting dragon? Everlasting stone dragon or whatever? Guardian Dragon is the boss of Aldia's Keep in Dark Souls 2. Hup. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go fight Quelaag and Ceaseless, and then I'm gonna use those souls to buy Twinkling Titanite, and then we'll go from there. Your messages are 5 business days behind. You should be able to, like, refresh the page if it's really that behind. But, I mean, it shouldn't be. Oh my god, I have Lord Vessel. I don't need to bone. That's crazy. I'm so not used to having the Lord Vessel at this point. Is it over 40 endurance? That's crazy. I might. Is RTSR worth it? RTSR is probably worth it. That's completely the wrong button. Wait. Spears don't have a special kick attack, I forgot. There you go. I do really like how the lighting plays with the silver. Pray tell, how do you suppose that I got the Silver Knight Spear at this point in the game without doing Sun Skip? And also the Silver Knight armor and the shield. Choke stream. I should be choking more. True. My bad. Gay magic. True. I mean, I did cheat it in because I didn't want to farm for an hour, but... No boss deaths? That's a... Alyssa, you have way too much faith in me to put that on a bingo square. That's crazy. I don't think death by Nito will be an issue on this stream, considering this weapon is specifically good against Nito. Artorias also probably won't be an issue, to be honest. I don't think I've died to a boss yet. Yeah, I've only fought like 3, so... 4, I guess. Did it block Shoke? I didn't even notice. It's there for the chance. I appreciate your faith. I don't... Oh my god, that's a really bad place to land. Everything's fine. Is this a deathless run so far? I don't remember. I think so. Okay. It's not that YouTube did not let that one through us. I call myself bad at the video game. No, I died to the knight. That's right. Okay. Well, tragic. Deathless is gonna have to be its own stream. I know I've done a stream Deathless up to DLC, but... And, like, technically, if I hadn't done the DLC, that would have been a Deathless run. My brace is falling off. In case you missed that square. I think it's funny that YouTube blocked orifices. I think that's deserved, admittedly, but... Speaking of Night Rain, the Everdarks are switching later, right? Or have they already switched? Actually, I don't know the exact time they switched. That is chunky damage. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know, I might have to make a new thumbnail real quick. I don't know, I guess it's hard to compare it to the, like, was that instability? That's pretty crazy if it wasn't. It's hard to compare it to the Winged Spear, because the Winged Spear just does have more AR, right? But, like, it's so much easier to upgrade this one. I don't know. Silver Knight Spear definitely has a lot more of a place than I expected. The problem is that I'm using it in early game when you get it in mid game. Like, it ordinarily, glitchless, it would be impossible to fight Quelaag with this weapon. I guess unless you had someone drop you the weapon, which... I mean, that doesn't count. Minecraft hobbies, not Roblox hobbies, but Minecraft hobbies. Oh, no, wait. Oh my goodness. These guys are gonna be annoying. Wait, no, I can choke them. Everything's fine. Choking. Choking sucks. This is unfortunate. Oop. What? Stop it! I'm so mad. Unfortunate for all the chokers out there, but choking is kind of bad. I killed Ingy because he was in the way and he wouldn't move. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna like crank endurance for a while. You know, okay, YouTube did block that one. Arachnid Quelaag wouldn't be the only one. You scroll ring? True. My bad. I should be playing the superior version of Dark Souls with insane screen tearing because VSync is non-functional even with DS fix. Okay. this is an old argument, but I will never understand why people defend Prepare to Die edition and pretend like it's somehow so much better than remastered. Like, you have awful screen tearing constantly through the whole thing on modern monitors. I have a 3080 and a 2K 140 or 165 hertz monitor. I have like a really good setup, right? And there's constant screen tearing with or without DS fix. Obviously the lower FPS is worse, but you can just use DS fix, and then you have bad physics and whatever. But when you roll, sometimes your feet go sideways, which I genuinely didn't notice for like 800 hours of playing exclusively Dark Souls Remastered. I don't know. People defending Prepare to Die is baffling to me. Well, you know, maybe choking shouldn't be bad for little enemies. And then choking wouldn't be bad. Miyazaki feat is always true. What is choking? Shield poking. Choking. I need to get choked. I'm choking my ceaseless discharge right now. Right, but you can't buy Prepare to Die anymore anyway, and people complain about not being able to buy Prepare to Die anymore. Despite the fact that Remastered is exclusively better. Like, to the people who already owned Prepare to Die, I think $20 was probably too much for them. They probably should have just got Remastered free. But other than that, like, all Remastered complaints are probably just being salty from having to spend 20 bucks on the remaster. Now what? I'm trying to remember what I have and haven't done. I used the souls to level up. Oh my god. That's not where I meant to go. That's also not what I meant to do. Chamber of the Princess. There we go. Calamite. We'll do Calamite. Joking. Choking is an NSFW? What do you mean? It's just shield poking. There's nothing even remotely NSFW about that. You need to get your head out of the gutter. In a solar pellet stream, this is like the most innocent stream you could possibly be in, honestly. Nothing in NSFW at all. I should actually just do this. That's like 20k. Oh, that was a different spear than, or a different soul than I thought it was, but that's fine. Yeah, so you should know that this is a very innocent stream, and that we do not tolerate even remotely NSFW things. I'm not sure, Ben. Maybe. Do I prefer new bonfire or old bonfire? Okay, never mind. There is one thing that Prepare to Die did better. And it was the bonfire visuals. You can't even do that, Vin. This is tragic. YouTube is blocking you. Purchase for these. Okay, but what if... Would it be better to upgrade the shield or the armor? Probably the armor, actually. The gauntlets specifically. There you go. I don't know why I went straight for the gauntlets. That was not what I meant to do, but it's funnier that way, so it's okay. Let's see if I can actually wear the thing that I just upgraded. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Not that one. Really? That's a mid-roll? How heavy is the goddamn helmet? Okay. This is fine. Okay, to the parish so we can fight Hydra. What do you mean? There's boss soul duping in Prepare to Die, so that's better. What if, Finn? That sounds like a situation that you need to ponder and think about a lot, for sure. Vin is living his truth. Vin is more than okay. Trust me. Can you do boss souls in remastered? I'm actually not. I know you can like use boss souls more than once in remastered, which is the same thing in Prepare to Die, but if we get a Dark Souls 1 remastered, that'd be pretty cool. I feel like if they are gonna do another Dark Souls, or if they are gonna remaster another Souls game, it's probably gonna be Dark Souls 3, realistically. Because Dark Souls 1 already has a remaster. Dark Souls 2 has Scholar, which they would probably see as a remaster. Dark Souls 3 is the only one that doesn't have some sort of re-release. Can you quantity do boss souls? Or yeah, can you negative quantity do boss souls in remastered? Because if you can, I actually didn't know that. Like, I know you could dupe the souls specifically from boss souls, but... Hello, Loot Crate, welcome. I thought souls didn't have an inventory weight, so you couldn't dupe them. I thought you could only dupe armor and weapons. That's disappointing. Oh my god. That was horrifying. Hup. That's significantly better. Dark Souls 3 released with all of its DLCs, not on PC. It's not like a full re-release, it was just like a deluxe edition. I wouldn't consider that a re-release of any kind. I don't think this is going to be 6 heads. I think it might have been if I had strong attack to the first one, but alas, I did not. So I'll probably have to hit the head in the water. I mean, I know how negative quantity duping works. I've done it a lot, on PC at least. Okay, well. Might have to one-hand this one. For the range. Why are you over there? Oh, tragic. There we go. No, I'm being taken to Shrimp Town. Thank you so much for the money and for being taken to Shrimp Town. I think that's worth a think. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, Dark Souls Remastered is definitely the best re-release of a FromSoft game. Full stop. For dragon scale duping? Oh, you know, yeah, that makes sense actually. I'm gonna be grilled. The Firekeeper Souls specifically, huh? Okay. I was thinking about doing an all Great Swords run. Because like in the same vein as the all Curved Swords run. But I wasn't sure that you could do Bossels, so that's back on the list, I suppose. This is dangerous for the bingoers. Solar shrimplets. That's tragic. Dorgy. Thank you. Thank you again. Beta win number 1 spot as a congratulations on being number 1. Even though you paid to win, you still do deserve it. Def melee only run. I mean I didn't do that, but I did Manus Catalyst, and like I used that a lot. And I don't think doing a melee only Catalyst run would be fun, considering literally anyone who has ever played Dark Souls 1 has done that. I enjoy doing challenge runs, quote unquote, that I can reframe. Like crossbow only is like genuinely easy mode, right? So that's a fun video to make because I can reframe it from a challenge run, right? Like from the conception that people have of the run. But when it's just like, you know, staff only, or staff melee only, it's like everyone else has already done this and there's nothing more I can say. I'm not sure you'll get bingo. There's still a good chunk of stream left. Oh my god, thank you so much. Happy holidays. Merry Wokemas. Thank you. Is that pay to win? Did you get number 1 spot off of that? Vin is comfortably in 3rd place. No, it's just like it's a race for 3rd. Yeah, Manus only melee is, or Manus melee only is basically just an axe, true. A slightly worse axe. I mean, that would be fun in like a no upgrades run. I don't know. Yeah, damage is bad. Runs are just tedious, that's true. Hornet Ring. They want to be crucified by the woke police. I mean, I wouldn't say I celebrate any particular holiday, so wokemas is fine. This is pretty good moveset for this, actually. What's the one-handed like? What? Did that... Oh no, counter damage, I mean. I wonder if the R2 gets counter damage, because I assume that's not standard, right? I assume that would still be pierce damage. She fucking fell over? I've never seen that before in my life. Okay. That's so sad. Oh my god. That's extremely new to me. I've never seen that. Yeah, just a belly rub. Okay. Okay, no. It wasn't... That's not my... Like, that's not my main Dark Souls hear me out. The only reason I wasn't gonna say it on YouTube is because people would immediately take the worst possible reading. Because YouTube. I always kill Sif too fast. I've done low damage runs and I've still never seen that attack. Wait, why am I running? I have... Oh, whatever. I was waiting to get to a bonfire to check. Oh, regular thrust. Okay, so it does do regular damage. Wokemas GNC Senna. Non-binary Rudolph. Who has a rainbow nose. True. Excuse me. I'm surprised. Well, actually, I'm not sure if someone's done it. But if it hasn't happened, I'm surprised that nobody has done a belly run percent or belly rub percent. Vin is getting all kinds of attention today. Regretting the rage bait thumbnail yet? No, not yet. The winged spear is better. Moonlight spear and demon spear are both longer and also have more meaningful gimmicks to them. Dragon Slayer spear is also incredibly disappointing, arguably more disappointing, but it also does have the really cool one-handed R1. And is also very much for fashion more than actually good damage. The wing spear is probably the best spear. The partisan has also a really good moveset and is also better than the Silver Knight spear. SKS says, no, partisan is better. Partisan is like objectively better than the Silver Knight spear. It's a little shorter, but that's the only problem with it. That's the only negative on the Silver Knight spear. I haven't used the pike yet. So there is still a chance for the pike to be worse. Yeah, but that's what I mean. It has a gimmick to it, right? So you don't expect it to be super good against everything. You just expect it to be good magic damage. And that's exactly what it is. The pike is heavy. Sunlight spear, true. I agree. I'm pretty sure Smith's Hammer heals you in Dark Souls 1. It's been a very long time since I've done that run. What I could do, actually... Okay, so the next poll that I have for weapons, after I do the rest of whatever was on this poll, I don't remember all of them. I have one more poll with new weapons, and then I'll have used every single weapon in Dark Souls 1 that I want to stream. And then I want to do 4 more streams after that. And what I was going to do is I was going to redo Velka's Rapier, Dragon Bone Fist, 4-Pronged Plow, and Scythe. And I am still going to redo those no matter what. but I wanted to do the Scythe as my final Dark Souls 1 run, because it was my very first Dark Souls 1 stream, right? So I want it to be my last Dark Souls 1 stream as well, just because I think it'd be fun to do that. But I was going to put it on the poll and just do it last regardless of what I got, but I could also put Smo's Hammer on there, since I did that in a co-op run, instead of like just a normal run. Dragon Bone Fist as a dragon? I mean, maybe. You know, I don't need to kill this guy. Sucks for him, I guess. But if I do Smo's Hammer again, it will have to... That'll mean one more week until I start streaming Dark Souls 2. It's Ingward, it's fine. I'm pretty sure that when I did the original Dragon Bone Fist run, I in the thumbnail I put boning and fisting live on stream, and then named my character Fister Sister. So I'm gonna get blasted by the Banshee. I can feel it. Do the uppercut on Kalameet's butt slam. Okay. I'll do my best. Pardon me. Sister is my nickname in college. That's awesome. What do you mean? There's nothing NSFW about this at all. I'd also love to get blasted by a Banshee. Just maybe not in this context particularly. I don't need 8,000 souls. I know. I've done Ingward's quest before. Quest is a strong word. I've encountered Ingward before. But I mean, it's not like I'm gonna get cursed in this run. So. Oh, true. It is my job, so this is all safe for work. I forgot I had Master Chief Collection. I'm gonna put on RTSR instead of Leo Ring here. I feel like the guy without certification using the forklift would actually be less safe for work than my stream chat. Underrate all the best weapons? Wait, what else did I underrate? I think your definition of best weapon is weapon that makes it so I don't need to pay attention. Considering the fact that you value positioning so much, I almost forgot. You jerk. RTSR setup, it's fine. S-Stock? S-Stock is fine. His worst weapon discourse? Okay. I mean, the worst weapon is objectively the Ghostblade, though. That's probably going to kill me if I get hit by another sour spot. Perfect. Oh, everything's fine. RTSR. I should be more careful with my stamina here. Looking good for the three kings bingo havers. The Grey Scythe is fine. It's not like one of my favorite weapons or anything. That's not going to be RTSR at all. Oh my god. There we go. Counter damage does not transfer to the full health bar, unfortunately. Hey, 3 kings. Most likely. Well, I mean, the far away attack is a sweet spot, right? So, makes sense. It's called a sour spot. That's really bad. No, everything's fine. That's annoying. Can you stop being stupid and dumb and stupid? Thank you. Appreciate that. Solar Pellets Rages live on stream. I healed because I was a coward. Alamite sword as one of your favorite weapons? Huh. Interesting. Okay. I feel like I should get vitality if I'm gonna wear the armor. But I feel like it's also funny if I don't. So, I don't know. Why is the shield so heavy? I think that's the issue. The shield is just stupid heavy. 20 endurance with Havels. That's crazy. Okay, and Orlando. Soccer time, yeah. Get ready for your free space. Pardon me. I'm really excited to start streaming Dark Souls 2. I'm scared, but I'm excited. For freak space, true. Whoa, the Pasaka from Dark Souls. Hi. I have a really long thrusting weapon for you today. Okay, first of all. Jesus Christ. I was not expecting that to kill me. I was also not expecting it to hit me in the first place. So the Lucerne in Dark Souls 2 is from I don't remember his name. The ghost guy in the castle. Backshotted by a boar is gonna be on your tombstone. Okay, well, this is tragic. The game hates me. Excuse me, move please. Oh my god. Chancellor Welliger, that's his name. Which it's also fucked up that it's pronounced a Welliger instead of Welliger. But, you know. The run does not have an aesthetic to loop, but the DLC directly behind him has like 6 aesthetics, I think. 6 or 7, and they're pretty easy to get. You don't have to find any bosses or anything. Okay, excuse me. Please don't give me back shots this time. Minecraft Villager, true. I want to do a, what are they called? The runes. I want to do a rune sentinels playthrough of Dark Souls 2 at some point. Biblically accurate solar pellets shaft. Uh-huh. I was gonna say things, but maybe they are best left to not YouTube. Not that thin. It's not biblically accurate because it's not that thin. Rune Sentinels do not use the Lucerne. They actually have their own polearm, I believe. I'm like 90% sure anyway. Rune Sentinels are one of my favorite bosses in Dark Souls 2. The Forgotten Key, you have to kill the giants, the two giants beneath the Black Gulch. There we go. The Ruin Hammer? Is that what it's called? It's pretty easy to get. You just get it from, oh my god. You just get it from, I believe it's Ornifex. I assume it's Ornifex. Considering she's the boss weapons one, and not the boss spells one. I was expecting it to die in 3. That was greedy, but it's fine. Never punished. Greed pays off, always. Okay, everything's fine. Ruining the Sentinels. Me, hopefully. Right down the road. Can't miss it. Okay, gonna put on the Hornet Ring because the cool critical attack. Oh, it only gets a sorcery? Never mind, that's tragic. Yeah, I guess the Lucerne then is the closest you can get, I'm pretty sure. Okay, but that's because I was playing Wilder with a Guardian and a Raider. That's different. Because GG. And it does a lot of damage. Let me put this on before I forget. The pullout was satisfying. Usually is. I've got boss weapons. No piss break? Not yet. Look, just because my bladder is tiny doesn't mean I have to pee at the exact same time every stream. I gotta add a little suspense to it, come on. I'll have to pee eventually, I assure you. Alright. Here it comes, here's your free space. Oh. Whoa, my god. That was horrifying. That wasn't a one-shot? Okay. Whoa, okay. That works. One shot! Okay, that's tragic. I got grabbed by the right one. Thought I conditioned myself to pee when I got to Seath. No. Unfortunately not. Wait, I don't have the Leo ring on anymore. I should do that before I forget. That was tasty. Understandable. Glad you got to me before the others. Excited for the long spear. There we go. Oh my god! You know what? I'm not complaining about this, actually. See the peas crystals like the kidney stones? Probably. I don't think I count as a boss. Is the problem though? I mean, that's like the ideal situation, Narabiv. Oh yeah, you don't have to wait for me to rest. That's crazy. Fastest Pusaka revive in the West. That might be a new record. Another backstab? I can try. Oh, I have DSR gadget open. Absolutely. You know, I think my favorite Mahler moment was when he said that, or when he was, this is relevant, I promise. He was replying to H Bomber Guy saying that he Mahler, so H Bomber Guy said that he liked Artorias because he moves the way a human would, and he specifically said he rolls the way a human would. And Mahler said, no human in real life would move like that. As if they're not talking about a video game. I thought that was a very funny moment. Okay, there we go. Very human-shaped boss. Oh. Everything's fine. Sonic speed space? Oh, I forgot that was a bingo space. Wait, this is where the Shoking shines. There we go. That went pretty well. Yeah, me too, actually. I do that in real life all the time. You know, the other two Pasakas are actually crying because they never get backstabbed. Because they don't have the courage to leave the cell. Intimidated by women, which, like, me too, absolutely. What are they doing? Damn. He's walking. What are they? Oh my god! Okay. Or stuff you found in your pocket like Artorias. Yeah, I really did get outplayed, Jesus. Look, I had to get past them. Counting this as streamers watched, that's fair. Yeah, the schwackage was too powerful. He's still going up. Why is he still going up? Hi. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, you have to have a little bit of confidence to be backstabbed by the streamer. Because the streamer has no confidence of her own. Your character hits the Family Guy pose. That's genius. I don't know how difficult that would be, but I'm willing to look into it. they could put Halo into this game, they can do that. I mean, that's true, but I mean, that guy is kind of a wizard. He's working on porting all of Morrowind's story and all into the Elden Ring engine. That video came out a few days ago, I think, or like a week ago. I don't remember. And he's just porting the whole thing. And he said he's about halfway done-ish, but doesn't know if he can properly gauge how far done he is. And I'm like genuinely looking forward to it, because the one thing that always I love Morrowind. I think it's like one of the most engaging video game worlds that any big company especially has ever made. But the gameplay itself kind of pushes me off very frequently. I've gotten pretty far into a Morrowind run, but I've never actually finished the game. I think that will actually make it possible for me to finish the story. It came out 2 months ago? Really? I saw it yesterday and I thought it said like 6 days ago under the title, but I could be very, very wrong. Yeah, Mjolnir, what the fuck? Morrowind, the two words are way too close together. Morrowind is very confusing sometimes. Like, I get called slurs for being a fox, so in real life, so if anything, it's just realistic. Desperately trying to not tick. I don't end up barking live on stream. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like a lot of fantasy writers do that. There's fox slurs? I don't know, but people call me slurs. No, you shouldn't. It won't happen. I'll hold it in. I swear to God, it was completely unintentional. But one of my ticks is like the closest that I can get to like a bark, like a soft bark. Genuinely, completely unintentional. I actually don't. Okay. I wasn't expecting to have this conversation on YouTube, but I actually don't. And when people have tried, I immediately get very defensive. So I am immune to the clicker. What do you mean, why do I know? Who do you think I am? You need an explanation for me being fox? So I'm a fox. That's kind of all the explanation there is. Clam in the Seath Arena. That's a bingo square, isn't it? I'm sorry, Vin. It must be done. Currently pretending like I didn't just read the chat message that I read because I'm focusing too much on the video game. Go. Okay, Seath is dead. Can you call me slurs affectionately? Yeah, sure. Okay, how am I supposed to focus on Dark Souls at a time like this? Bed of Chaos. I have the Daughters of Chaos bonfire. That's crazy. Come in the Seath Arena. Freaky. Uh, to answer your question, inactive. Radio inactive. No, I am not, believe it or not. Gyan, to answer your question, I this is not related. Well, I mean, it's related to your question, but this is not an answer. Being more open about parts of my identity that aren't just queerness, or well, that aren't just like gender and sexuality queerness, is something that I want to do, but it's still really weird because it requires a lot of elaboration for people who don't know what I'm talking about. And going that in depth every time it's brought up is daunting. But yeah, like I'm trying to find a concise way to explain Therianthropy, and especially my specific brand of Therianthropy, because for a lot of people, being Therian is like a very spiritual thing. For me, it's not at all. It's literally just because I get dysphoria when I think about the fact that I don't have a tail. Like, thinking of myself as an Arctic fox gives me the exact same feeling as thinking of myself as a woman. And there's like really not much more to it than that. It makes me comfortable and happy to be considered a fox. Like a channel trailer for being Therian. Genius. Hey, Ben, we'll get there. We still have, like, 2 bosses left. Actually, significantly more, but... The giant crystal sack. I think it's just, like, the part of his body that happens to have crystals on it. Yeah, that's the main reason I want to be open about identity in general. Like, I'm also plural, which is shockingly common in queer spaces. Initially, I was only plural because I induced it, which, God, that's a rabbit hole I don't want to explain right now. Pulpomancy, for those of you curious, but without the spiritual stuff, because I'm very, very, very not spiritual. Think of it more as a psychological phenomenon, because a lot of the literature around it describes it as very spiritual, just like Therianthropy, but it's purely psychological for me. But then I realized that I'm also just plural without having to intentionally induce it. Which is another thing that is very not commonly talked about, but is like shockingly common in queer spaces, just like Therianthropy. That's not good. Okay, I'm kind of shocked I survived. Have I died to a boss yet? I haven't been paying that much attention. You're feral? Not incorrect. Is Executioner from Night Rain Etherean? Yes, absolutely. No. Plurality is having multiple people in your brain. And for me, that I was originally, or yeah, the first, when I realized I was plural, it was because I have a headmate named Arya that I induced via Tulpomancy. Once again, not for spiritual reasons. But then Brooke showed up when I was going through a breakup, and then Luna showed up at some point. Which had nothing to do with Tulpomancy. So, I'm just plural. Showed up is probably the wrong term, but we realized they were here. I guess is probably a better way to put it. 2 hits. That's tragic. 2 hits to cut off the arm is awful. This is the worst weapon I've ever used. My headmates were hiding in the walls. Yeah, the walls of my mind. Something like that. I wonder if the one-handed is better for DPS just because of the much lower stamina cost. Tulpamancy is Tulpamancy. Yeah, pyromancy. That too. Yeah, I mean, I've never done anything like depersonalizing or whatever. It could be, I don't know. I could definitely see the idea that my plurality was induced from trauma. But I don't really think of my headmates as like a product of trauma or anything. I just think of them as people who happen to be in here with me. I don't know. I know plurality is a very... It's how to describe it? I don't like what I'm thinking of. It's a very weird topic for people who don't know about it, right? Because it sounds like something that could very easily be made up, and a lot of plural people are made fun of very frequently online, like because people think they're making it up or whatever for attention or something. Hold on, it's in there somewhere. But like, I don't know. I have gone through enough and have met enough people to think that very, very few people are actually faking plurality on the internet. Because plurality is experienced in so many different ways. And like, just I don't know, trying to discredit someone by saying, well, that's not how the DSM-5 describes plurality. It's like, okay, but who cares? There's so little research on it anyway, and DID isn't the only source of plurality and whatever. So, I don't know. There are a lot of very stupid people who don't understand that different people's brains work differently. I feel like that's where a lot of ableism comes from. Not understanding that everyone's brain works differently, and a lot of people's brains work dramatically differently too. You love sauerkraut? I haven't had sauerkraut in a long time. I remember hating it when I was a child, and then trying it again at some point and not hating it, but I don't remember it at all. Pretty good for an NPC fight, I suppose. Yeah, medicalizing identity is not a good thing for sure. Which is why I wanted to specify that DID is not the only source of plurality. It's an uppercut Kalameet's butt slam. Death by Kalameet is my best chance at a bingo. Well, I can't uppercut with this weapon. That's what the Dragon Bone Fist. And that's gonna be like in 2 months, at least. I don't know. Chances are I end up dying to Beto Chaos. So like... There's still a chance I die to Kalameet. Look at the weapon I'm using. The rolling attack is kind of an uppercut? True. There's still a chance with Nito. Not a very high one, but there's still a chance. Not the Cheerios. I'm gonna be safe about this and not jump yet. Oh no, a boss that I have to fight slightly differently. This is garbage and bad and shit. There's no chance with Nito. Yeah, he's not my type, that's true. I think crazy R2 is an overstatement, but it is a pretty good R2. I'll look up motion values later, if I remember. Because the R2 probably does have a pretty good motion value. Eventually. You'd go for Nito. It's not about the gender of the skeletons. It's just the presentation, I think. I don't know what it is, actually. It's not my type. Okay, we're back to Firelink. Yeah, that is true. Skeletons aren't my type personally. Skinny girls can be attractive for sure, but chubby girls are also very attractive. Oh, I was about to cry that was fast roll. Really? That's still mineral? And that's tragic. Okay, what's my... No, 8. It's 27.8 times 4. 27 times 4 is 108. Okay, so I need like 10 or like 111, 112, something like that. This is hard.
You sorry fool. You could not be the chosen.
I would argue that the Bed of Chaos is extremely intuitive. Like, personally, don't fall down pits. It seems pretty obvious to me. Like, the swipes are a little bit weird because you have to dodge through the fingers, but I don't know. Other than that, I think she's fairly intuitive. Yeah, math is yucky. The thing about math is I really like it. I think it's very fun. But I'm terrible at it. So like, I'll see a 3 blue 1 brown video, I'll be like, oh my god, that's such an interesting concept, and then I'll watch it and be lost within 3 minutes. Which is tragic because I love the ideas. Resting is for cowards. I'm cowards, but I'm still not gonna rest. You know, at least it's a one-shot, even with their resistance. I guess it's not a very high resistance, though. Yeah, getting bearded is also kind of not the most intuitive thing, but I would argue as a whole, the Bed of Chaos is still fairly intuitive. Not any lesser than Kalameet, anyway, and I think Kalameet is one of the best bosses in the game, but I know that that's not a super uncommon opinion. Ow. Does Divine specifically do more damage? Actually, I didn't know that. I didn't know that it increased the damage you do. I assume it's not like additional damage, like it's not a split damage, it literally just modifies the damage you're already doing. Welcome back, VR Snowstar. Alright. What the? Neato. Alright, phase 2. Here we go. This is terrifying. Oh, that was a close one. Phase 2 Neato is like unironically difficult if you don't do a good amount of damage. Mask of the Father. Oh. That's actually kind of sad because I would rather wear the helmet than the armor. Okay, even with that though. Tragic. Oh, you're Nevin. Okay. Good to know. You've definitely told me before and I've definitely forgotten. Divine deals bonus damage, whatever that means. Okay. Good to know. Did I say phase 2 Neato? Look. I'm bad with words. Like, it's my job, sure, but that doesn't mean I'm good at it. Math is the least? Absolutely not. I disagree completely. I would say philosophy. Which sucks, because I also like philosophy. Yeah, Merry Christmas. And Happy Holidays, if you don't celebrate Christmas. Or, you know, Happy Capitalism, if you don't celebrate anything. I'm going to mention it again, because that was a while ago, and viewers have probably cycled out a bit. If you're enjoying the stream, I would really appreciate a like. It helps a lot more than you would think it would in the algorithm, which gets me more views, which means I get to survive for longer. And it also lets me know that I'm doing a good job and feeds my desire for validation. Because the aftercare is immaculate? That's fair, actually. That's true. And also other algorithm stuff I should mention. Subscribe if you're not. If you want to be. Whatever other stuff the algorithm likes. Any sort of engagement, really. Feeds my tummy. It also does that. It gives me money to buy food. Usually I spend my money on HRT and my phone bill and stuff. My partner pays for food, but, you know. It feeds my constant desire for validation. Which... I don't know why I did that. Instinct kicked in and I decided I had to kill that specific crystal lizard right now. I should, in theory, have enough Titanite to upgrade something. How does donating work? You should just be able to hit the donate button. I think it's a little dollar sign under the chat window. I also have a coffee link in the description if you don't want to give money to YouTube, but still want to support me. Monetarily. No, there's no like pressure to do that or anything, as much as I appreciate it. Just being here is more than enough. I am feeling very validated, thank you. Oh my god, Neato. Starting off strong. Alright, see you later. Why is he turning around? Huh. Having the skeletons not respawn is very strange. Good streamer. Yeah, that would definitely work on me. That is true. That's actually a comment that I used to get fairly commonly that I haven't seen in a while. Lock with the weapon, it'll help. Okay. I don't see how this is helping. This is the hardest part of the Neato fight. When it's just Neato on his own. Oh god. Joke it up. Okay, let's see if this functions. Oh my god, it actually worked this time. That's crazy. Despite the fact that it just doesn't work a lot of the time. Supposed to guard counter? Oh, okay, that's what I'm doing wrong. That makes sense. Spreading your legs helps with the spear thing? It does. Yeah. Something, something. That's why I spread my legs so frequently. Forgot the point of the spear. Makes the Nito fight way harder, actually. It makes them get up faster. I jump scared Nito by dropping into his arena. DLC at 2 hours, that's pretty quick. I'm going to go use the restroom while Manus pulls me into the DLC. First though, that should actually be enough to wear the helmet at least. If you spread your legs, you don't get impaled? Not in a painful way. Okay, we got the sexy party Silver Knight going, finally. This definitely counts for the piss square, by the way. Go to the bathroom on Manus' hand? No, no, no. I'm gonna wait. I mean, by the time that I'm actually going to the bathroom, I'll probably be out of Manus' grip thoroughly, but... Wait, I forgot I have the fast button. The only way... The worst part about streaming Dark Souls 2 is the only way that I'll be able to go fast like this is by changing my speed in Cheat Engine. Changing the game speed entirely. So enemies will also be the speed if I try to do this. Silver Knight Spear Slender. It's not that bad. It's just like kind of pointless, ironically. Yeah, no DS2 gotcha. Okay, I'll be right back. I am back. Subjectivity and art or something. I don't know if that will come up this time. We'll see. Still got the whole DLC. What's pointless about the spear? About the Silver Knight spear? There's no reason to use it over any other spear. I don't know. You pissed faster than me? That's impressive. Actually, no. I have been... I have drank a lot of water since stream started, so... Stop it! Oh my god, thank you. Thank you so much. Did you... Did you get a gift? Oops, I forgot. Oh my god. Okay, I blame... There's a boss death, hey! Did you gift yourself a membership? I didn't know that could happen. It has the same moveset as the Partisan. And it's also... not as good as the Partisan. So... Obama giving an award to Obama. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Oh my god. Okay. Let me not die to the Sanctuary Guardian again, Jesus. Of all the bosses to get my first boss death to, of course it's the Sanctuary Guardian. Hup. Hey, instability damage. Ow. I should heal. Thanks for giving me time to heal. I feel like this would be a really good weapon with power within. Actually. I don't know, like the Winged Spear and the Partisan are gonna do better damage, but there's also very little setup to getting this thing really good, especially with power within. I think that is the like biggest benefit, is how easy this thing is to set up. It has a little bit better range than most other spears, but yeah, no boss deaths has been failed. Bribed Ian to die me. And then he gave gift memberships to bribe me into not being mad. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't be the mad one there. It would be the people who were gonna get a bingo from that. Yeah, you don't need insane damage for this game at all. Is this sweep? Which one? Because it might be different. I'm not sure. It's not different enough for me to say that it's worth using over the Partisan. How heavy am I when I have the chest plate on? Jesus Christ. Okay, is it 15% on favor and protection? Because I could, once we get to Gwyn, just throw on favor and protection. That's like almost 160 required. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, if you really want to use a spear and don't want to get the normal Titanite required for it, then yeah, I guess the Silver Knight Spear is fine. But like, Dark Souls 1 doesn't particularly encourage you to use multiple weapons, in my opinion. So there's not really any reason to specifically go for a second weapon. There's Calamy. We're gonna fight him soon. It would be better in Dark Souls 2, I agree. Okay. How much Twinkling Titanite do I have, actually? 6. That's less than I thought, to be honest. I don't stop because there are enemies chasing me. It's like garlic, it makes everything better. True. Oh my god, ow. Oh, somebody asked about the ring in Dark Souls 2 that gives your bare fist damage. I'm not gonna stream that specifically because I already did a ring only challenge run that I need to script and edit. But it was kind of like, the idea was that it was kind of a spiritual successor to the Nothing run in Dark Souls 1. Where I couldn't wear, actually in that run, I couldn't wear armor, I couldn't equip weapons, I couldn't equip rings except for the required ones. I couldn't heal at all. So the idea for that in Dark Souls 2, because there's no weapon that has 0 equip load, because the Pyromancy Flame has 0.5 equip load in Dark Souls 2, was a ring only, because I felt like that was the most fun exception to make, right? So I did Dark Souls 2 ring only. And there were some fun little strategies that I used through that. And I basically exclusively had to use the ring. I forget what it's called. The Company of Champions ring to deal damage. Artorias he him lesbian? Yes. Artorias is a he him lesbian. Steal from Zero Lenny and have my mom play. Vanquisher Sale, yeah, that's what it's called. I mean, I'm not sure my mom would be down for that, unfortunately. I don't know, it's not cheating. It's just something that gets brought up. Making it get brought up a little bit earlier isn't cheating. You got a bingo! Nice! Is that the first bingo? Alyssa's cheating because she made her own board. Hey, you still have a chance to get bingo. Maybe. What do you need for bingo, Mjolnir? You probably would, yeah, man. Girl bingy. Dying to Calamite would be a bingo? Got it. You and Ven are both getting something out of that. Or Rhea saying log in chat. Somebody needs to DM Rhea. Get her in here. Is Oh the Humanity on the list? You do not have that in there. You should. I think that one's, you're allowed to cheat on that one though, to be fair. If there's gonna be a boss I'm gonna die to, it's gonna be Calamite. Like, if I died to Ian, Calamite is like, almost definitely. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stagger him. It's probably either 3 or 4. It's 3, okay. I forget how quick spears are. I should have been right about that at all. Ooh, that's chunky. Whoa, I forgot that I had a follow-up. That was extremely greedy. But hey, it worked out, so it's fine. Oh my goodness. Wait, that has a follow-up. Don't get greedy. Hitless is in my grasp. I'm not gonna go for it. If everyone is cheating, is it really cheating? That's a good philosophical question. Okay, one more. There you go, hitless. I think that makes up for dying to Ian. Hey, Styrita, welcome. Long and quick, but not in real life. I see. Yeah, Artorias and Night Rain is... It's fine until he buffs, and then he gains a combo that's just, like, so aggressively Elden Ring. It is a very long combo that moves him around all over the place, that you cannot knock him out of, and is extremely dangerous to attack him out of. If you could knock him out of buffing and prevent him from buffing, and prevent that attack entirely, I think Artorias would be a really good Night Rain boss. But because he is dying to his friend, or he's laughing to his friend dying, I think because specifically you can't knock him out of the buff and you're forced to endure that attack, it would be... it's not super fun. Detransition Artorias. True. You know, that's kind of tragic because this is the first stream that I've ever called the Sanctuary Guardian that. Because somebody else made the joke last stream. I don't know, like they didn't change what's her name? Freya at all, right? I think as far as I know, the more often you talk in the stream chat, the more likely you are to get a gift membership. So because you're here frequently, that's probably why. Yeah, like Freya, Smelter Demon, and oh my goodness, even the Demon Princes weren't made to be aggressively Elden Ring. It's just Artorias that they did that with. And it kind of just fuels the narrative that Artorias is a Dark Souls 3 boss that they put in Dark Souls 1, which is stupid, by the way. Artorias is aggressively Dark Souls 1. I got kicked. I won't forget to pick up the key this time, I promise. Dancer, yeah, Dancer wasn't too soaked up. The only difference is that her spin is a lot faster now, and you can't smell her ass to to avoid the spin, which is unfortunate, because that is the best way to play Dark Souls 3. I think that's the only difference. I think her AoEs are a little bit faster too. Dancer, I hardly know her. True. Oh yeah, absolutely not. I'll still do my best. I'm choking. The choking is too powerful. There you go. Yeah, Ven, I think the answers are up to you. I feel like you're either asking rhetorically or these hypotheticals are only questions that you can answer. And you're just not prepared to answer them yourself. He sure would have to use his tongue. Okay, what's 15% of 120? That's hard. I don't remember how to do that. 1/10 of 120 is 12, so it's like 16, 18, something like that. Which will not get me to 140, which means it is not enough to fast roll with the full Silver Knight set on. Toyotathon. Merry Toyotathon. I feel like Vin wouldn't be the only one, Alyssa. Alright, let's see if I can do Hitless Manus. The easiest boss to hitless in all of Dark Souls 1. That should be... Nope. Okay, well. Never mind. That's... I died to Greed. That one doesn't count. That's not even a boss test. That just doesn't count. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even... Manus, who's that? What are you... Huh? Are you gaslighting me right now? I've never heard that name in my life. Oh my god, I got back shots. Everything's fine. Alright, here comes first try. $616. Not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. I think that is also counter damage. I do have the ring on, yeah. Can you stop doing things that I can't easily counter? Come on. I wonder if two R1s would be better than an R2. Maybe. Can you not do this? Okay. Tragic. Right in the face. Not counter damage though. Oh my god. Okay, as it turns out, two R1s is not better. That was scary. I genuinely did not think I would survive that. Everything's fine though. Oh. Really? Come on. Maybe the R1s are better than the R2s, actually. I don't know. I'll have to see an attack where I can actually get counter damage. The problem is I didn't get counter damage on the second hit. I feel like saying headless and then following it up with no head is kind of superfluous, isn't it? I don't know what's going on. I haven't been paying attention to chat because I've been trying to not die to Manus, but... Alright, one more. Hey, first try! Oops. Oop. Wake up dusk, as a good person should. I'm gonna keep leveling endurance. Alright, Calamite time. Vin, I don't think that's a competition. I think you just win. I assure you, Vin would not leave a single gap. You're underestimating Vin, for sure. Okay. Big headless suit of armor head. Probably not very good, all things considering. All things considered, which is unfortunate, but... Seath? Seath? Sorry. I didn't mean to say it twice. I was just so utterly baffled that Seath is the dragon that you would consider simping for. Like, if we're talking Dark Souls 1, if we're talking the Soul series in general, Seath is by far the least simpable dragon. He's an incel, for God's sake. If we're talking the whole series, the most simpable dragon is Caligo for sure. A Guckster. What is a Guckster? Seath would be cold and clammy, true. Even just going based off looks. Seath is still one of the least simple. What do you mean Caligo in Terrobang? Of course it's Caligo. I said most simpable. Look, if you want the dragon that I want the most... That's a hard decision, actually. There are a lot of options. I'd have to get back to you on that. Friction heats. Vike diked out for. Sin is pretty good. Alright. Let's see if I die to Calamite. Oh my god. Starting off strong. Jesus. Okay, everything's fine. It's just Calamite. That is... There's your bingo. Look, I thought it was a different attack, okay? Leave me alone. Congrats on your bingo. I've had more embarrassing deaths to Calamite. That's nothing. Oh, hold on, excuse me. I wasn't expecting to get stuck on that rock. Okay, this one. That doesn't count, actually. That doesn't count for your bingo. That's not your bingo. That doesn't count. That wasn't even real. Calamite, what's that? Is that like... Do you mean to say Calamity? What are you talking about? Do not needlessly invoke the name of the Cheerio. Oh my god. Of all the things to get hit by. There's your uppercut into the tail slam. Yeah. Streamer is very washed. Okay, extremely early roll. Another one? I rolled away too early. No, tail slam. Okay. This is a little bit better than the first attempt, but I wonder if R2s would be better there. It's hard to say. Okay, well, not giving me the chance to find out, I guess. You already posted the screenshot in the Discord, darn. Okay, no, R1s are definitely better there. Big damage? Yeah, sure. Not the word I would use for it, but... the tinnitus. I think it's really weird that dragons are weak to thrusting damage later in the series. Like, Placidus Axe is weak to pierce damage, right? But I'm pretty sure Calamite is fairly resistant to it. I'm kind of shocked I dodged that. Oh my god. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Would you stop? Jesus. Oh, he's excited. Ow. Oh, his toe! Wow, okay. What a way to die. Okay, that counts as your Calamite death. Your bingo is once again valid. Okay, this is the one. I can feel it. You know, the legs moving is funny, but I think the sound is the funniest part of this. That fills up. You have to get married. Would I survive the number of hits it requires to get married? Probably not. I think Calamite's been a problem child because I've been using fairly bad weapons. Miquella style, true. Miquella's just building a harem. Ironically, the Dragon Slayer Spear is one of the worst weapons to use on Calamite, which is tragic. Oh my god, that was unlucky. There wasn't much I could do about that one. I should heal. Okay. Once again, not really much I could do about that. That was just unfortunate. Calamite is very weak to strike, and somewhat weak to lightning, but very resistant to everything else. 'Look, it's fine. Okay, yeah, I've been using bad weapons and also been doing bad builds. That's a fair point. 40 plus vigor to be married. I got 10. Is that close enough? I feel like an alternative free space could be someone flirting with Calamite. Or something along the lines of calling Calamite hot for bingo. Yeah, Remass Dust is pretty cool. Highly recommend it. Definitely the most featureful Dark Souls 1 mod. That's so sad that that hit me. It did no damage, but I'm still sad about it. Less likely. I don't know. I every single stream where I fight Calamite, it happens, I guess. for more Calamite screen time. It's you. You're the reason I've been dying. I knew it. I've been cursed with the inability to first try Calamite ever. Gotta go to bed. All right, have a good night. Thank you for being here while you could. Oh, that's tragic. Okay, I think I'll run away here. I mean, he's a dragon. Of course he's got it. I feel like most dragons are aware of that. Dragons are smart. I feel like the idea is that dragons are smarter than humans, really. Okay, well, that's rude. I was a coward. There we go. We're getting lots of butt slams in this fight. Really? Rude. Yes, Van, it does. No tail slam again. Let me attack you. World's longest Calamite fight, Jesus. Okay. There we go, finally. Jesus. I'm gonna grab a couple of these. So hopefully I can wear the full silver knight set without fat rolling. Grab a bone. I do. See, Vigor is useless. As long as you don't get hit. It's wild that YouTube didn't block that first message, but it did block the second. It's really funny. Also, Vin, you got second despite not being pay to win because you've been gushing about Calamite the whole stream. That's crazy. Okay. That might be enough. Maybe. If I tank my damage. It's not even enough. Okay. Downhill from here? Yeah. You know, having the shield on your back hides the cardboard cape pretty well.
You sorry fool.
Wine. Right, what about this? Once I get into the fight, I'll put the helmet back on and put on the Hornet Ring instead of Havel's. Fat for an amazing reason. What is that reason? Joke style. Gotta shoke Gwyn, you're right. I'm not sure. I know Ria's not in my Discord right now. I'm not sure if anyone here has the ability to DM her. Actually, that's not true. Chrome, wait, you can DM Ria. She's in the Night Rain server. Talk about subjectivity and art and Dark Souls 3's bad build variety. God, you can't even... you can't even... Can you cosplay a Silver Knight in Dark Souls 3? Can you get the weapons? Actually, I have no idea. It's probably bad anyway, because Dark Souls 3 has bad build variety. But, you know, that doesn't mean it's a bad game, because art is subjective. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what a game's objective qualities are, because if you enjoy it, then that's all that matters for games, because they're art, and art is subjective. The Silver Knight sword and spear are not in Dark Souls 3. That's actually tragic. I didn't know that. Okay, that on, put that on. I wonder what the fire resistance is on the Silver Knight set. Probably not very good. Yeah, exactly, Radio. That's my point. Unfortunately, you cannot choke the grab. You can, however, completely fail to parry. It's a bad game for a bunch of other reasons. Also true, but that's subjective. Okay, this is a very scary Gwen fight. Can't choke the grab attack. I'm choking it. That worked shockingly well. Alright, thoughts on the weapon. I think what I said in the thumbnail applies. It's kind of disappointing. There's not really any particular reason to use it unless you want a really easy to upgrade spear. And even then, I don't know. Yeah, Ornstein has bad fire resistance. I forgot about that. That's funny. Ornstein is truly the best Dragon Slayer of all time. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It's a spear in Dark Souls 1. I think that's all that you really need to say about it. The armor sucks too. Not because it's like actually bad, but because it's aesthetically bad. Yeah, happy holidays. I love you all. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know how to end this.